Hello, a very good evening, everyone. This is Karthik from RajCloud Technologies. I hope everyone can see my screen and you can hear me properly, right? Can I get a yes in the chat box? In the Zoom chat, please. Okay. Yes. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so today, I welcome you all to today's Salesforce Admin and Development Program introduction session. Once again, I welcome you all to the session. Before starting the session, let's see our social media handles and let us know about these things. And then I'll hand over the session to the Deepak Garu, our trainer. From there, sir will continue. Yeah. So this is our YouTube channel, Raj Informatica Real-Time Hands-On Job-Based Training. So in this YouTube channel, you can see like a 35.5K subscribers are there, and we have uploaded 380 plus videos here. You can check out the videos. So many useful videos are available here. If you can check out here, there is a videos related to SAP, S4HANA and FICO, Informatica Cloud, Kids Coding, Informatica Cloud, Salesforce, Power BI, Informatica Power Center, AWS DevOps, Snowflake, okay, and many useful videos are available in our channel. So just subscribe to our channel so that you'll get all the latest updates and the current session, everything like you'll get it here, okay. I'm just sharing the link in the chat box. Just click on the link and subscribe to our channel for all the updates. And this is our website. So we have a website called razinformatica.com. Initially it was Raj Informatica and now it is Raj Cloud Technologies. In the left top corner you can see this. Okay, so Raj Informatica is now Raj Cloud Technologies. That means like we have initially we have started with only Informatica training. So we named our institute as Raj Informatica, and later on like we started adding all the cloud technologies here. From there like we have renamed this as a Raj Cloud Technologies. In the courses section, you can check out like what and all the courses that we are offering here. Okay. If you just scroll down, you will be able to see all the courses profile here. Okay. So we are providing a latest trainings like SAP, S4 HANA and FICO, Salesforce certification training, cybersecurity and ethical hacking, Azure data engineering and Databricks, artificial intelligence, AWS and DevOps, Snowflake in a combination of DBT and ADF, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, GCP, Power BI, Python for kids, Python full stack development, Python for AI and chat GPT, and like W training. These are few of our trainings that we are offering here. Okay. And you can check out complete price and everything here in this page, in the home page. And also you can check out something here. So whenever we started providing the free sessions for everyone, so these people will get opportunity from here to join the class. You can check out here. Today's session is also available here. Okay. In the same way, whatever the upcoming classes that we have scheduled, so everything is available here. As there is a new batch starting from a Snowflake, the Snowflake session is also available here. So for Power BI also available here. Okay, so if you want to register, just click on the link and get registered. Okay. Yes, and we have our Instagram page, that is Raj Informatica. So in this, like we have almost like a 2.9K followers, and like we have already posted like a many job openings here. So for all the job updates, please follow our channel so that like you'll get all the job updates here. Okay, I'm just sharing this link also in the chat box. Yes, I have shared it. Okay, so like from here, I'll just like hand over the session to Deepak Garu. Meanwhile, so I request everyone to share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that we will be able to send the complete session recording of today's, and also this session particularly like any material, anything is available for sure. Like we'll be sharing that too with you. Okay, so that to get this session recording, okay, to get the session recording, so I just was everyone to post your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that like you can get these WhatsApp group link. And this in this WhatsApp group, like we have almost 400 plus people are already available, so who are already experts in these SAP, Salesforce, Azure, on all the cloud technologies. Okay, so the experts are available in the group, so that like if you want any kind of referrals or if you're having any like work experience doubts, okay, so all the things are solved here in this group. Okay, to just get the group link, you can just like share your name and WhatsApp number so that like it will be shared. Yeah, I'll just give a 30-second break. I'll just give a 30-second break. Okay. So like within 30 seconds, like I'll just like hand over session to Deepak Garu. So meanwhile, just like post your name and WhatsApp number so that like my team will be adding you to the WhatsApp group and all. Yeah, thank you all for sharing your contacts. So if you haven't shared yet, you can share now as well. Okay. So like just text me your WhatsApp number and your name. Okay, then my team will reach out to you regarding the complete course updates, and also like you'll get today's session recording as well. Okay. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you for sharing your contacts. Deepak Garu, like over to you.
Thank you, Karthik. Just confirm me, is my voice audible, loud and clear? Is
Uh,
my voice audible?
yes, Deepak Garu. We are getting a replies in chat actually. I'm getting the replies here. Yeah, the people are good with your voice.
Sure. Okay. Before I get started, a very good evening to all of you. Before I get started, just a quick check. If you are there in the session and you are listening, just raise your hands. There's an option in the Zoom panel for you to raise your hand. Raise your hand, don't lower your hands. I just want to know how many of you are actively listening. Yeah, Preeti, I see, has raised her hand. Pratik, Suchita, Raksha. No thumbs up. Thumbs up vanishes, so I cannot take a count. Okay, so if you are raising, raise your hand. Manoj, Aki, I guess is Akhilesh, then Harish and Shri. So that makes it 7. Anybody else who is there and listening? Please raise your hands. Yeah, Vivek, Jeff, Parmi as I see, Suresh. Okay, Krishna Chaitanya. All right. Okay. So that is probably 12 to 14 odd people. Others, those who are not have not raised the hand, I hope you are there. In case you are not there as well. So yeah, Shushma as well, I see. So in case you are not there, okay, I'll strictly address the ones who have responded. Okay. Maybe if you get the recording also, you can take a look at this. Okay. Anyways, now let me get started by sharing my screen. Okay. So as you know, my complete name is Deepak Kumar Patru. And in short, I would say my introduction, I'll limit it to just these 4 points. So overall, I've got 16 years of experience in learning and development. I say learning and development and not exclusively into training, because in a learning and development role, you do a lot more than just deliver training. Though delivering training has been one of my core skill sets. But in addition to delivering training, I have also been very active in training need identification, training design, curriculum development, content development, training delivery, training management, post-training assessment, and a lot of other things that comes with a typical learning and development function. So over last 16 years, I have been in different capacities, working in different companies, delivering training on different skill sets, and looking into other learning and development aspects. I got a postgraduate degree in business administration way back in 2008, and since then I have associated with numerous companies. I got into the Salesforce ecosystem 5 years ago. So I started off by working for Salesforce ATP, we call it, an authorized training partner. These are the companies who deliver training on behalf of Salesforce directly. So I was actually delivering training on behalf of Salesforce for a Salesforce ATP, as we call it. So it was Salesforce which has recognized me to be a certified Salesforce instructor, which is a recognition that you have to obtain if you want to deliver training on behalf of Salesforce. Okay. So my journey in Salesforce started way back in 2020. Over last 5 years, I have only and only been exclusively delivering training on Salesforce. Though I am skilled to deliver training on other technologies also, including the full stack MERN, and a lot of training on communication and management skills as well. But my core focus has been on delivering Salesforce training, and for last 5 years, I have exclusively been only delivering training on Salesforce. So as part of this 5 years journey, I have got the opportunity to deliver a lot of training to a lot of people of different backgrounds. People who had no technology background but wanted to migrate into technology. People who had taken a career break for a few years, sometimes 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 18. So people wanting to come back to the industry after 18 years of gap. So I have seen different, uh, variety of learners. Then we have people with very little technology experience, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. And then there are people who are 20, 25 years of experience in different other technologies, but willing to learn Salesforce because of the requirement at business. So different kind of audiences I have dealt, people from India and abroad I have delivered training. And that ways, I've got a rich experience of the learners who join Salesforce from different backgrounds, and I've helped them not just learn Salesforce, but also get certified. Okay. So if you have understood how certifications generally work in the industry, certifications are of extreme value. Uh, you have to learn a technology really well and take up the examination that these um, corporates themselves conduct. For example, in Salesforce, Salesforce conducts certification exams. So if you can clear those certification exams, you get a globally recognized certification. So as of now, I've got just 3 such certifications because for me, it just works. Okay, I could have definitely aspired to get more certifications, but somewhere I have just not been able to devote enough time, though I wish I could also have another 5, 7 odd certifications. Though I deliver training, not just on this core Salesforce admin module, I deliver training on Salesforce development, learning Lightning Web Components, then I deliver training on Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Service Cloud, Sales Cloud. Okay. So these are the different areas within Salesforce on which I have some expertise. Okay. Now, that's broadly about me. In this session, considering it's a short session aimed at helping you gather a first-hand understanding about Salesforce technology, I would limit my discussion to just 3 major questions that you might have. Okay. What is Salesforce? So in case you do not have a clear understanding of what is Salesforce, I'm sure by the end of this discussion, you would be in a position to answer this question confidently as to what is Salesforce. We'll also focus on what would you learn in Salesforce, as part of the trainings that we are offering. What would you learn? What would we cover? And how will you learn this? These are the different things that we will be, working on. Okay, we will be discussing over next couple of, let's say, half an hour or a little more. Now, let's start by understanding what is Salesforce. Okay. Okay. Now, uh, one of the first things you would see anywhere you go, anywhere, any uh, promotional video you watch, any website you visit, any place you go where they're talking about Salesforce, the way Salesforce promotes itself, it says it is world's #1 CRM. Okay, that's how they primarily promote themselves, but they also go on to say a lot of things along with that. So this is the official Salesforce website. Okay, so they have been talking about themselves saying that, hey, this is the all-in-one CRM for small business and a lot more things. But yeah, the point is Salesforce is definitely world's #1 CRM. Okay, and I'll tell you, back this up with facts. But then Salesforce is not just an organization offering CRM solution. It offers a lot more than this. Uh, for example, let's say if someone were to ask you what is Microsoft, okay? Again, it would be a difficult question to answer because Microsoft is such a large organization offering so many different things that you cannot really narrow down as to what Microsoft is just by talking about the operating system that it offers. So it's much more than an organization offering operating system, right? In a very similar sense, Salesforce has had started its journey as a CRM solution provider, but it went on to become a huge organization, okay, in these years, uh, wherein it's really difficult for us to, okay, explain what is Salesforce in few terms. But I'll just, simplify that in this one simple sentence. So one of the best ways to understand what is Salesforce is to understand what Salesforce sells. So what Salesforce sells is Salesforce sells business solutions, or let's say technology solutions, to large business organizations, uh, developed and delivered over cloud. I repeat, what is Salesforce? Okay, Salesforce is an organization that provides technology-based solutions to business corporations, built and delivered over cloud. Now, what does that mean? For example, I'm a business entity, and for example, I'm an automobile manufacturer. I build and sell cars. Now, what can Salesforce do for me? So if my core competency as an organization is to build cars, so that is what I should focus on. That is what I should be developing and delivering really great experience to my customers. My focus should not be on building softwares in my company which I can use to deliver good services to the customers. So you must have heard how earlier organizations used to try and build their own softwares. But over the years, companies realize that that's a very bad idea. Okay, that's not a great approach, wherein you try, your core business is building cars, but you're also having a huge IT team who builds software, and this software that they build is definitely not the best available in the market. So in order to address the needs of companies like this, Salesforce said what? Okay, let's build a software that can help major organizations uh, address the needs of their sales function. Okay, so try and understand, back in 1990s or a little before that, companies were not bothered about who is purchasing their products. Okay, what information should we capture about the customers, and the customer was not a very important element in how businesses used to decide things, how businesses used to take decisions, okay, or plan things. Maybe 1970s, 80s onwards, companies slowly started realizing the importance of how the customer has to be at the center of all your decision making. Okay. So ever since that idea started occurring to the organizations, they started taking decisions, keeping the customer at the center of their business decisions. And that is when, okay, customer relationship management become a core business philosophy in organizations. So CRM, as you know, basically means customer relationship management, which means it's a business practice, it's a business philosophy, which says that do everything keeping the customer's experience at the center, customer at the center. So whether we are doing whatever we are doing, whether it will ultimately benefit the customer or not, that is what should be the focus of all organizations. So once companies understood this fact that they have to keep customers at the center of their business decision making, that's when they also realize that they will benefit if they have a software that can help them do this very effectively. So their ability to build and nurture good relationship with the customers can be very efficiently managed if they have a software solution to it. So even before Salesforce was there in the marketplace, there were already some companies offering what they refer to as CRM solutions. Okay, so these are like softwares that allowed companies to manage their customers' relationships very effectively. But Salesforce went on to become the first company which offered this CRM solution on cloud, which means companies did not have to purchase softwares and install them on specific laptops or desktops and all. Okay, what Salesforce offered, it said that you can access the CRM from anywhere in the world. You just need to have access to internet and are licensed on. So once that happened, it completely revolutionized the way uh, okay, companies manage their CRM function. And that is something which started way back in 1999. And today, in 26 years' time, Salesforce has gone on to become one of the biggest tech companies in the world, competing on various areas. And though it still is not as big as Microsoft is in terms of market capitalization and all, it is still one of the biggest players in technology. And okay, it has 33% of the global share of CRM business. Okay, other next biggest competitor has just about 6%. Okay, so that's how successful Salesforce as a company is. And if you look at today, what Salesforce sells in the marketplace, there's a lot of things. It sells a lot of products put into different categories like Agentforce, Data Cloud, okay, Agentforce and AI app development, then small business, artificial intelligence, sales, service cloud, marketing cloud, commerce cloud, Tableau, MuleSoft, Slack, okay, Salesforce platform, Net Zero, partner apps, and experts. So there are a lot of things that Salesforce is primarily selling in the marketplace. But we are now about to focus on what we refer to as the core CRM platform, the core Salesforce platform. This is the one which companies actually make use of to primarily manage their entire CRM function. So that is called the Salesforce platform. Uh, so what started way back in 1999, they have gone on to invest 26 years of uh, hardcore engineering onto the platform. So today the platform is an amazing engineering marvel, hosting a lot of features, lot of wonderful, okay, options available in the platform. Back in 1990s, when companies used to, okay, think about building softwares for their business, enterprise softwares as we call them for their businesses, it used to take them 2 to 3 years to build an enterprise software. Today, you can do all of that in a Salesforce platform in a matter of few days. Okay, you could do it in hours also, but depending on the complexity or not, you could do it in a matter of few days. Build world-class, okay, globally accessible web applications on the Salesforce platform within a matter of few days. Okay, so the world has evolved, technology has evolved, Salesforce has been at the forefront of constant innovation, allowing companies to not just manage their core CRM function, but a host of other things in addition to managing their core CRM function. Core CRM is basically customer relationship management function, but Today, organizations need solutions to not just handle the sales function, but also service function, marketing function, commerce function, then maybe, okay, uh, implementing data and artificial intelligence in their organization. There's a lot of things that happens in organizations. Okay, and Salesforce says any anything that you require, any technology-based solution that you require for your business to be successful, we can offer that. You are a automobile manufacturing firm, you want to manage your sales very effectively, take our Sales Cloud. You want to provide great service to your customers, existing customers, take Service Cloud from us. You want to constantly do a lot of marketing in the marketplace, okay, take Marketing Cloud. Do you want to go ahead and have an online store where people can come and maybe, okay, purchase accessories on your or related to your automobile? So we have Commerce Cloud. There are a number of things that this Salesforce kept adding to its bouquet of offerings. And today, Salesforce has gone on to become something way bigger than just being a CRM solution provider. Okay. So let's say you are an organization which approaches Salesforce and says that, hey, we want to use your Salesforce solutions. So what Salesforce will sell them is called a Salesforce org. Okay, so this is what we typically refer to as an org. And Salesforce literally charges approximately $25 per user per month billed annually. That roughly comes to around $25 is what? Whatever that be, okay? Maybe 2,000 odd rupees per user billed annually, or whatever it is, whatever be the amount. So $25 is what it charges. And the point is, when Salesforce, okay, so each user who wants to use this org, Salesforce will charge a per user license fee for them. So let's say I'm an automobile manufacturing company and I want 2,000 of my employees to use Salesforce, okay, to manage maybe a little of sales function, a little of service function, a little of marketing function, and different things. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to approach Salesforce and say that, hey, I want 2,000 licenses, and Salesforce will create something like this and give it to me. Now, once a platform, okay, is this thing is given to me, you have to understand one of the first persons who gets access to this particular so-called Salesforce core platform is going to be an administrator. Okay, he or she is called a Salesforce administrator. And the administrator is the first user and the most important user within an org. ORG stands for, is the short form for organization. So this is like my business organization, and in short, it is called org. And if I'm the system admin, I get the access to this particular org. Now, the job of a Salesforce administrator is to make sure that these 2,000 employees who would also want to use Salesforce and use this to do their day-to-day job, they get access to the org, they get access to all the applications that this org has, they get access to different data that this org hosts so that they can do their day-to-day job. And this is where the role of an administrator becomes extremely important, because the administrator is the person who will make sure that everybody who is authorized to get access to the org gets the access, has access as per the responsibilities that is given to them, make sure everything is secure, everybody has the right, access to the right features and all, so that everybody can do their job. So you have to understand, this is what we are going to learn as part of our Salesforce administration module. Okay, so a Salesforce administrator is someone who will, on day one of accessing the org, set up the org first before the developers are added to the org, so that they can do the development work, build the necessary applications that would be required by these 2,000 employees. And once the development work is done, then the end users of the application are on board. Who's the end user? So for example, let's say my company's name is Bosch, and I want the sales team to make use of this application. So of course, this is a out of the box application. This is a application that was available out of the box the moment it was um accessed. Of course, I went on to add the logo here of Bosch, but this is the out of the box application. Let's say, for example, I want to make some customizations here and then allow maybe 200 people who are part of the sales team to use this, right? So this is where the administrator will have to first make sure that the application is developed in a way that, okay, we ultimately want the end users to make use of. And then, okay, those 200 users are given access to this org. So administrator will not necessarily have the development skills, because let's say there are a lot of things that one needs to configure here. Some things the administrator can do, but a lot of development work, custom features that cannot be achieved by just configuring few things. The administrator will have to depend on the so-called developers. So Salesforce developers are the people who know how to build applications using the the declarative capabilities of the platform. When we say declarative, these are like point and click tools, drag and drop tools that the platform offers, which can be used to build applications like this. So out of the box, you can see there are a lot of applications. So what we are looking at is a sales application. Similarly, there is a service application. There is something called, okay, a lot of other applications, 16, 17 applications are given, but this may not actually fulfill my requirement. Okay. So this is where I will have to build a, let's say, a custom application. Let's call it certification app. So if I want, I can build a certification app which wasn't there in the org when I first accessed it. Okay. So there's a lot of things that would be required to build an application like this. So I should know what, okay, application has to be built. I need to go ahead and make use of, or let's say, take the services of certain developers who can help me build this. And once the application is built, I allow the different users to get on board. Okay. So the typical administrator skills involves one, data modeling, which is deciding what are the different objects using which this application would be built. I somehow missed out on the fact that this side of the org that we are currently looking at is the front side of the platform. And here is where we get access to all the different applications that is there on the Salesforce platform. Out of the box, we can create custom applications also, which are accessed through this app launcher, as we call it. And if you look at this, this is how an application in Salesforce looks like. It's a collection of tabs. There's a home tab, there's an accounts tab, there's a contacts tab, and a lot of other tabs here. So a sales team will require access to, let's say, an object like accounts, where they can come and add details about the different companies with whom they are trading or doing business. They would require an object called contacts, where they would maintain the details of all the people who are working in those accounts. So the details of a particular, let's say, contact who's working in a company called United Oil and Gas Corp is maintained in what we refer to as a record. So these are like the different fields, like name field, title field, birth date field, phone field, mobile field. These are the different fields that are there in a particular record that is dedicated to Mr. Arthur Song, okay, which is related to a contact called Arthur Song. Now, just like these, there are different objects. And once you actually get into the Salesforce, or if you have already worked on something uh, similar, okay, in other industries and other places, other roles, you would understand what is the significance of these objects, how these details that we are maintaining on the org is good enough to do a lot of things in the organization's day-to-day jobs can be managed, okay, using applications like this. And of course, there are certain things beyond these objects and, okay, field records that we have here, which allows us to make use of the data that we have put on this application for analyzing and taking some wise business decisions. So this is an application. There are a lot of tabs. Some of them are objects, some of them are not. This is a home page, we call it. There are certain tools like dashboard builder. There's a certain tool called report builder as part of this platform. And a mix of all of these tabs is what we refer to as an application. Now, beyond this, if you look at this, there's an icon here called the gear icon or called the setup icon. Okay, so I click on this and it takes me to the backside of the platform where I can access all the set of features and can go and configure the platform in a manner that I'm interested in. Okay, so there's a lot of things that I can do here. I can build, okay, I can create new objects, I can create custom applications, and then I can also, okay, decide who will have access to those applications. So I can manage my users from here. Okay, so I can manage all the users who will have access. I can determine what access would they have. Okay, and I can control everything and anything about this platform from the setup menu. Okay, so the job of an administrator is to make sure that the org is properly configured so that everybody who needs access has the access. Everybody who wants applications to do their job have the right applications. Everybody who needs access to certain objects have access to certain objects, and nobody has access to anything that they are not authorized to have access to. All of this comes under the purview of a Salesforce administrator. So setting up the org, data modeling, data security, data management, declarative automation are some of the core skills of a typical administrator. But as I say, everything that you want your users to have access to cannot be available out of the box. Sometimes you require application building skills. Some of the things that you want to build, you can build using the point and click tools. Like let's say we have something called a flow builder. We could use this. Okay, or we could use, okay, features like lightning app builder to build, okay, a lot of stuff. So when we have access to all of this, we can try and build a lot of things, but sometimes even that would not be enough, and that is where the programmatic developers come into picture. So programmatic developers are the people who will be able to build stuff beyond these point and click tools. Here you can see I'm able to build a lot of things just by clicking on point and click tools. So I don't need to write any programs in any programming language to be able to build certain features on the platform. But beyond this, there's a limitation as to what you can do declaratively, okay, without code. At some point, you might also want to use code because everything cannot be achieved declaratively. So that is when you would also need the help of developers. And that is what we are also talking about as part of this training program, that in addition to Salesforce development, you can also learn Salesforce development. Okay, so Salesforce administration is one and Salesforce development is the other. So Salesforce developers are the one who understand what programming language uh, Salesforce supports, which is Apex, then understand how do we write classes and triggers on the Salesforce platform, and how we can use the programmatic uh, or let's say the uh, development environment that Salesforce has provided to achieve a lot of things that we cannot do declarative. Okay, so as a Salesforce developer, you would get to learn about the Salesforce development environment. You will get to learn about the way development work happens within the Salesforce org. Okay, there are certain features, debugging features, testing related frameworks that Salesforce is exclusive to Salesforce that you will understand. You will understand the concept of Apex classes. How do we go about building and using that? You will understand about triggers. How do we write automations programmatically? And of course, you will also learn a little about the different front-end framework basics that we would want to learn as a platform developer one. So the so-called training program has been built in a manner where we're talking about two distinct modules. One is called the Salesforce Administration, the other is called the Salesforce Platform Developer 1. And these are like recognized official curriculums that Salesforce has on its official website also, where it says that you can learn Salesforce administration and appear for a certification exam and get certified as a Salesforce certified administrator. Similarly, you can also get certified as a Salesforce certified platform developer 1. Okay. So that the way we would train you is to exactly prepare you for those certification exams, so that once you appear this training with some sincere efforts that you put in from your end, you can go ahead and clear the certification exam on your own. And then you could go about aspiring to get into different companies. Okay, so I could continue to go on and on this way, talk about a lot of things, but as I said, I'll keep it short by answering three important questions. What is Salesforce? So by now, I think all of you may have gathered some understanding of what is Salesforce to at least some reasonably good extent. You must have understood what Salesforce is. The second question I said I'll answer is, what are we going to learn? And that's what I have just answered, saying we are going to learn about admin and development. And you could, only take the admin training, or you can take admin and development training. If you have already got trained on admin, then you can probably also directly take the development training. But if you have not undergone training on admin, then you will have to undergo training on admin before you can get trained on development. Okay, otherwise you will not understand the platform before you can start developing on that. How will we learn? So the how will we learn is the final question which I am going to share, which is, see, Salesforce training, just like in many other technologies, learning cannot happen without hands-on experience. So you literally need to access this org on a day-to-day basis and practice it while learning. So I'll explain concepts, I'll give you exercises to try on your own, and then do it in my presence and learn from that doing. So you will learn through experience, learn through hands-on experience, as we say, throughout the training. A major part of the training would be hands-on experience only. Some part of it, of course, would be required for you to understand the concepts. So conceptual clarity would be provided, adequate scope to practice it on your own would be provided. And if you are sincerely interested to develop yourself and uh, uh, really look forward to build a career in Salesforce, then I can bet that in a matter of couple of months, you will be definitely good enough to face interviews and clear those. Okay, so I would want to stop here in terms of the points I wanted to explain. But now I leave the entire floor open to anyone who would want to ask any questions. You are please welcome. Okay, one by one, I'll take all the questions that you have and I'll go about answering it. You can unmute and speak, or you can type your questions in chat window. So just a second, do you have an option to unmute and speak? Yeah, so you have the option to unmute and speak. So you can unmute and speak, or you could always, drop your question in the chat window. I can answer that. Any question related to Salesforce, you can ask to me. Okay, anything that you do not have a clear answer to, which can help you decide, take a decision around this training, your career, about Salesforce and all, you can always ask me.
Yeah, hi Deepak.
Yeah.
Do you like cover flows also?
Flows, Hemant?
Yes, admin flow.
Yeah. Flows is integral. Okay, flows, without learning flows, we will not be able to move into programmatic development. So generally what happens is the Salesforce admin training in general, I'm saying in Salesforce admin training, the flows actually is maybe just 20% of it. But then what Salesforce has done is it says, okay, we'll have a separate certification for being an expert in flows. We call it an app builder. Okay. But here, what we are doing is we're not keeping all of that separate. What we are saying is the moment you undergo training on Salesforce admin, you will also be taken through all the concepts and flows to an extent that you can become an expert in that. And then beyond that only we'll get into classes and or programmatic development. Yeah.
Yeah.
Others. Just a quick check. How many of you actually heard me speak all this while and you're actively listening right now? Please raise your hand once. Just a quick check. Yeah, Preeti is there. Shri is there. Permi is there. Meghana is there. Shankar is there. Okay, Jay is there. Hemant is there. So not everybody is responding, but a lot of people are there, right? So my question again, okay, if you have any questions related to your career, you're not able to decide whether to go for Salesforce or not, you're not sure where to start, how much time to devote, what to do, what not to do, you can ask all these questions. I have, as I said, got enough experience in the Salesforce ecosystem that can help you take a better decision for yourself. Feel free to either unmute and ask, or you can drop it in the chat window. I can look into it and answer. Okay, so you are trying to transition your career from sales. Okay. So what would be a good option for you, you are saying? So there are 2-3 options that I can think of which will actually be really helpful. Okay. See, one challenge with a typical sales as a career option is it's very stressful because of its own nature. Okay. uh, you constantly will have very ambitious targets, and achieving them itself is like a lot of work. So you always will have a struggle having a very peaceful, smooth going career, right? So I understand if someone wants to move out of sales. Now, one of the things that you could do is, because you have already got an expertise in sales on ground, okay, you have done that job as a sales professional, you could now aspire to become a sales consultant. Okay, someone who understands how companies should manage their sales function. So you are not responsible to go and get revenue for the company. You can actually act as a consultant for organizations who want to improve their sales. So this is more of a different consultant's role. So in Salesforce also, we have something called a sales consultant role. Who are these people? These are people who are an expert in the sales. They're an expert in the technology aspect of Salesforce. So you understand what the platform is, you understand what it is capable of, and have a very good expertise on what we refer to as the Sales Cloud. So Sales Cloud is an exclusive solution that Salesforce has developed to help organizations manage their sales function very effectively. So that is one area where you can really look at. So how should you go about working on that is you should undergo training on Salesforce admin to get a foundational understanding of the Salesforce ecosystem. Anybody who wants to build a career in Salesforce, no matter in which product you want to specialize going forward, you should always start by doing a training on Salesforce admin, because once you become aware of the core platform, then it becomes easy for you to understand anything in Salesforce. You become eligible to learn Sales Cloud, Data Cloud, this, that. You become eligible to learn anything and everything within Salesforce. So it is a wise thing for you to start learning Salesforce by doing Salesforce admin, and then you can transition into Sales Cloud consultant. Okay, build your expertise on Sales Cloud and become a Sales Cloud consultant. That would be a very cool job, because consultants are always very highly paid and in demand people. The other thing you can do is you can always try aspiring for organizations who are using technology to manage their sales function. And okay, if your organization uses some CRM, you can now go on to learn Salesforce so that you can be an expert in using the sales solutions in your organization and take up some role that can help you continue to be in the sales role, but okay, use technology to either leverage your performance or your team's performance more effectively. The other thing that you can do is you can always try moving into the development side, just in case you are also comfortable with programming and developing applications is one of your areas of interest. Because what will happen is, now that you understand sales, how things work at the ground level, you will have a better perspective of how applications should work, how things should be designed, so that it ultimately helps organizations do their sales. So some of the top of the mind answers that you can think of. Preeti, if you have any follow-up question, you can always put that in the chat. So when would classes start? Okay, when would this batch start? When would that batch start? All of that questions I'll ask Karthik to deal with. I'll not deal with that. Those are operational questions. I'll strictly focus my answers on anything to do with Salesforce as a career. So am I going to cover the service cloud? Shankar, is this the question? And any other cloud like marketing or sales cloud? The answer is no. See, as I said, if you become an expert in Salesforce core CRM platform, you are now good enough to understand any other solution like marketing cloud, service cloud, sales cloud. You can understand and learn this after you have got a foundational understanding in Salesforce. The reason why we will definitely gather a foundational understanding of what service cloud is, so you can answer questions as to what is service cloud after uh, undergoing our training. But you cannot be trained on service cloud, because that in itself is another 40 hours of training. So there's a lot of things that a service cloud professional will have to know, and just basics cannot be covered, or just 2-3 hours of training on service cloud will not make you a service cloud professional. That is where I say each one of them, service cloud, sales cloud, marketing cloud, is an expertise in itself. It's a product in Salesforce, and therefore you have to build your expertise on that product. It requires a lot more time than what would be covered in the Salesforce admin path. Okay, but definitely we will give you that first-hand understanding of all of this. Then, yes, I see your message. Yes. So sales analyst also is one role that you can definitely get into. It really is in demand. How can we access the org version? Okay, so this org you are saying, is it? Yeah, this org you can access by going to Salesforce site, and you can always, I think you can look for a developer.salesforce.com and you can create a new account here. Okay, it'll give you the option to create a new account. But see, the challenge with creating a Salesforce account is, though you can always access this, learning Salesforce on your own is really difficult. Trust me, over these years, I know that though a lot of free resources are available online, and Salesforce themselves make a lot of free resources available, it's really hard to learn a technology like this without the guidance of somebody who has a clear understanding of how should one go about learning. And that's where our role as an organization, that's where my role as an instructor comes into play. Otherwise, if it would have been that easy to learn and do things on their own, everybody would have been able to learn. Okay, so you can definitely go ahead on developer.salesforce.com and you will see an option to create a new account. You can always register for a free account. Okay, does this program also cover live scenarios? See, live scenario means what? For example, a company might want to create an application to manage their travel approval process. So everybody is traveling in the company. They want some solution which can help them manage the travel approval process very efficiently, more effectively. So we will build a travel approval app on the Salesforce platform. That we can do. But we cannot really go ahead and do it for a certain company, because no company would want to really allow us to access their personal business data and make use of it. Employees of a particular company do not have access to each other's records if they are not allowed to. Okay, forget about using any real company's data and doing something on that. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn everything that is necessary for you to be able to go and do your job in a company. So we will create simulated environments, simulated scenarios where you would be able to get the real hand experience. So am I going to cover Lightning Web Components also? The answer is no. We will get a foundational awareness of what Lightning Web Components is, how that works and all of that. But you must know that, see, being an expert in Lightning Web Components is like being an expert in React, okay, or React, or let's say Angular and all. So these are like core skills in themselves. They are like very specialized skill sets, requires a lot of expertise. So you should have a strong foundation in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which you should do it on your own. No training on Salesforce will provide you with that foundational understanding. And once you're good with that, you can learn LWC. But LWC only comes once you have cleared the admin and the platform developer one. Then the next level is PD2. That is where LWC comes into picture. So as part of this program, we are not reaching PD2 because that would require a lot of work before you start learning LWC. So however, by the time we complete the PD1 program, the platform development one curriculum, the development curriculum, you would know what LWC is, how it works, how to create and how to deploy them, but you will not have the expertise to do that just as uh, professional would be expected to have. Okay, but yes, we'll touch upon LWC for sure. Then, any other questions? Okay, come again. If there are any questions, I would be willing to answer. If not, I'll just hand it over to Karthik and leave.
Yeah, Deepak, this is Gautam.
Yeah, Gautam. Yeah.
Yeah, is there any coding for this program? Is there any hard for this non-IT people?
See, if you are not inclined towards coding and build a career in coding, then definitely Salesforce admin is the right career path. Okay.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
should go for a developer's path is those who are interested to build amazing applications. Okay, whether programming is required or not, I want to build applications. So if that is my interest, that is my expertise, and I'm good with programming in general, I will be able to learn and do it. But if you are not inclined towards coding has never fascinated you, you find it difficult to logically write programs, then you should not aim for development. You should aim for the admin, and then you can always build an expertise in one of the solutions in Salesforce, one of the product solutions. So it could be a sales cloud or marketing cloud or any of this, where you don't have to take a developer's role. You can just be an expert in one of the products. Okay. For example, Revenue Cloud is a lot of, So what has been your background, Gautam? Which industry have you worked on?
I'm working as a recruiter.
Yeah, so in HR background, right? Completely.
Yes, their background.
So as a recruiter, admin would be a very good fit for you. Trust me. Okay, you would be able to use your business knowledge, whatever you have got from your job, and now if you learn some technology of the Salesforce platform, then you would be able to manage the role of a administrator very efficiently. Okay, and I'm sure you must have seen in companies, whether your company does it or not, companies adopt CRM solutions, and the administrators manage that in organizations. So for you, it would be a good fit actually. This was admin.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you will cover admin also, right?
Yeah, admin is what we'll start with.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and by using Apex, you are creating this application apps like that, right?
Yeah,
According to
so
the
see,
requirement.
most of the applications we will create using the skills that you will acquire after admin training. But there
Okay.
are certain things you cannot do as an admin because you will have to know programming to do that. Okay, and that
Okay.
is where programmers would be required. So you don't have to bother about that.
Okay, okay. Okay, got it, got it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, by keeping the AI in mind, what would be the career growth in Salesforce? See, the good thing about Salesforce as an organization is it is always at the forefront of innovation. And I say this because not because I am in the Salesforce ecosystem, but I'm actually seeing it. Okay, I'm actually seeing how Salesforce is really okay doing everything that is possible on its platform to offer the best of technology advancements that the world is seeing. So the moment AI became a big thing in the world, Salesforce figured out how we can use AI in our platform to deliver great business experience to our customers. So it has actually rolled out a lot of features in the AI space. Uh, the thing is, if you once learn admin, it will be very easier for you to also upskill and become a expert in the AI capabilities that the Salesforce offers. Okay, so yes, the future is also going to be about those people who not just know admin and development, but they also know how they can also use AI to be an expert in this. And Salesforce will guide you in that. Okay, that is also something that Salesforce is constantly offering in the marketplace. Uh, okay, automation in Salesforce and generating reports, etc., especially for a sales operation analyst role. Can you share some details about that? See, uh, what happens is, Preeti, if you understand, uh, the reason why companies need a software is so that they can put all the business data in one place. That is why companies need any software. And the reason why companies want to put all the business data in one place is because they want to use that business data to be able to take business decisions very effectively. Okay. So every historical data is available on fingertips. They can analyze this data, draw important insights, and then take the right business decision. And that's why companies invest in all this solutions. So your question is, does Salesforce platform have a lot of features around reports, and dashboards, which is about analytics? The answer is yes. Okay. So in fact, if you can top up your learning on Salesforce platform with an understanding of Tableau, for example, which is the Salesforce product, one of the Salesforce product that Salesforce offers is Tableau. Okay. So if you become an expert in Tableau, which is Salesforce analytic tool for large scale data implementations. So if you can become an expert in that, you can use all your analytic skills to be able to provide real time analytics for the sales function to work very effectively. So the core platform has something called report builder and dashboard builder where we can do some good analytics for sure. But this is not the best possible tool, and especially because you would want to uh, run analytics on large data volumes. So for that, Salesforce has got a specialized platform called Tableau, and which can be integrated with the Salesforce core platform, and you can be an expert in that also. And that's a relatively uh, easier skill set to gather, and it doesn't take as much time as it would take for one to learn Salesforce administration. So on top of the Salesforce administration, you can always aspire to learn Tableau. Okay, more questions? All right, so if none of you have any other questions, I'll make a move and hand it over to Karthik. Okay, so one last call. Anybody want to unmute and ask or drop a message in the chat window? You're free to do so. If not, thank you so very much for your patient listening, and take the decision about your career very wisely. Okay, I'll hand it over to Karthik to take it up from here. Okay, what is your suggestion for 15 years of experience, guys? Okay, it depends on what have you got an experience on. Okay, what have you done in last 15 years? If you can give me some clue on that, I'll be able to, okay, give you a right direction. So if you're talking about telecom services, what in telecom services? What role have you played in telecom services? Supporting. Okay, support role. See, I think one of the areas where you should try and build your expertise is called Service Cloud. Okay, and why that matters is, so very recently I delivered a training for an organization uh, in Hyderabad, and this organization. So I'll tell you, in US we have a company called Robinhood that is like the Zerodha of US. Okay, in India we have Zerodha trading platform. So there they have something called Robinhood. People go and do stock trading in that application. And what happens is these people, these so-called customers of Robinhood, need constant support so that they can use the platform very effectively that Robinhood has built. So in order to manage the sales, the service function of that particular Robinhood organization, they are using Service Cloud. Now, Robinhood says that we don't have the expertise on configuring Service Cloud. We don't want to learn that. My role is I'll hire service agents. They should be able to use Service Cloud and they should be able to provide excellent service to our customers. So what they have done is they have identified a team in India, in Hyderabad, whom they said that you will develop our Service Cloud org. You will build the org in such a way that my service agents can use it. And it has got around 2,000 service agents in US who are doing their job day to day facing the Robinhood customers. These 2,000 service agents require support by a team of 20-25 Service Cloud experts who are seated in Hyderabad. So these 25 odd service agents or Service Cloud experts sitting in Hyderabad, their job is only to help these 2,000 service agents to have right access, right features, right data all the time so that they can do their job. Okay, so you coming from a services industry, okay, in a tech support role, I'm sure you are well qualified to get into a service, into a organization where Service Cloud, okay, is used, and choose an industry where the demand for Service Cloud is high. See, for example, I know in telecom itself, there are organizations which are using something called Communication Cloud, okay, which is an very specialized product for telecom business. On top of that, they could be also using Service Cloud to manage their functions. So identify organizations like that which are using Salesforce. Or you could also go for any organization where they require Service Cloud, because if you have already worked in telecom industry for such a long time and you are not, you want to switch industry, move into something else, then look for airlines. They use Service Cloud. Air India is a very big customer. Look for banks. They use Service Cloud. Look for healthcare. They use Service Cloud. So these are organizations or industries where they need Service Cloud to be able to manage, or automobiles is one other where they require Service Cloud solution to manage their service function very effectively. You could aspire to uh, build your technology skills in Salesforce on top of the skills that you have acquired in your 15 years of experience and get there. That would be a good career path for you. Okay, you could also go on to become a service consultant. As I said, a consultant is one who can use their years of experience in advising others on how they should manage their service function. So being an expert in Service Cloud, so learn Salesforce Admin, then build your expertise in Service Cloud, and if possible, Communication Cloud, and move into a different role where they use these solutions. Okay. All right. Any other questions, anyone? If not, thank you so very much. Okay, it was wonderful interacting with all of you. Thank you so very much. Karthik, you can take it over from here.
Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
session.
I'll leave.
Hello everyone, this is Karthik from RajCloud Technologies again. So I'll just like help you with the complete registration part. And so if you have any doubts regarding the batch start date, timings, or anything else, you can just like ask me. So I hope all questions are clear. So I'll just like start with the registration part and all. Yeah, so you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, so this course is, so in Salesforce, like we have divided this course in the two parts. The first part is the admin part and the second part is the development part. Coming to the Salesforce admin, this is a 45-day training. Okay, the complete duration of this course is 45 days for Salesforce admin. Okay, and the timings are like evening 7:30 to 9 p.m. The evening timings are 7:30 to 9 p.m. IST, and the admin training fee is 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees for 45 days, 50 plus hours. Okay, and in this training, we are going to cover complete end-to-end real-time training, real-time project, interview questions, resume preparation. Okay, so everything will be covered. Even if you want to go for the certification as well, yes, we will help you with the certification preparation also. Okay, and like we are going to cover one real-time project as well here. So the real-time project, like that trainer will deliver the real-time project to you, and he will also give the data to you to practice as. Okay, so in that way, like we provide one real-time project as well. So and each and every session is recorded, and we are going to provide each and every session to you, session and the session material. Both will be provided to you for lifetime. Okay, yes. And the batch is starting from this Friday, that is the 23rd of May. Batch is starting from 23rd May. Okay, so whoever want to register, you can plan to register today, so that like we'll start your registration. And there is some special prize is available for everyone today. Whoever joins today's demo, you have some special prize as well. I'll just like help you with the special prize also at the end. Just stay connected. Okay, now coming to the Salesforce development. Yeah, this part is also 45-day training and 50 plus hours of like a duration will be there. And this comes after Salesforce admin. So firstly, we'll deliver the Salesforce admin, then we'll enter into the Salesforce development. Okay, so this course duration is also 45 days, 50 plus hours, and the timings are same, 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. Okay, and this course fee also same, that is 20,000 rupees. Okay, and in this training also we are going to cover one real-time project. If someone who is taking both admin and development, they are going to deal with the two real-time projects here. Okay, and we are going to provide the complete like lifetime recordings to you. No need to worry about that. If someone want to go for both admin and development, okay, so if you are interested in the both admin and development part, then the course duration is 3 months for you. 100 plus hours of training will be delivered to you. 100 to 110 plus hours of training will be delivered to you. Resume, interview preparation, everything will be given to you. No need to worry about that. And the timings are same, 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. And so like whoever like want to register for both the courses, they will get a 5,000 discount, and your price is 35,000 rupees. And your price is 35,000 rupees. See, whatever I'm saying now in this meeting, these are the website prices. You can just visit the website. You can see the same prices in the website as well. Okay. For registrations, you can contact us on these numbers 8105296858 and 63616 Don't confuse. I'm sharing these numbers in the chat box as well. You can take a screenshot or you can save the contact as well. Okay. If you receive any information from these two numbers, you can blindly believe that this is a genuine information from RajCloudTech. Okay. Even you can see whenever you receive some information, you can check that number in the website as well, or in the meeting that I have discussed it now. So two numbers are officially from RajCloud Technologies. That is, one is 8105296858. You will get this number as a Raj Informatica, because this the institute name initially it was Informatica. Okay. Now the second number is 63616 Okay. This is a Megha RajCloudTech. You will get this name as a Megha RajCloudTech. Both numbers are registered officially with RajCloud Technologies. If you receive any information from these two numbers, you can believe that this is from Raj Informatica. Okay. If you want to pay through UPI, see, we accept all the payment modes. We accept UPI, bank transfer, net banking, debit card, credit card, PayPal. Okay, so international transfer, Remitly. So anything we accept actually. Okay. So if you want to go through with UPI details, these are the UPI details sharing with you today. Okay. So if you want to make the payment, you can make the payment on this number and you can share the screenshot as well. Okay. So this is the complete information about the course. Now I'll help you with the offer prices. Okay, so these are the actual prices, right? These are the actual prices. Just now I said you for Salesforce Admin, Salesforce Development. So we are offering a 15% discount on each training. If you want to go for like admin part, there is a 15% discount available for you. So if you want to pay through, or if you want to pay for Salesforce Admin, your course price is just 17,000 rupees. Okay, so your course price is just 17,000 rupees. Okay, if you want to go for development also, yes, the price is same. If you want to go to development also, the price is same, that is 17,000 rupees. You are going to save 3,000 rupees if you enroll today. If you enroll today, you are going to save 5,000 rupees here, sorry, 3,000 rupees here. If someone want to go for both, Salesforce admin and development, okay, so I'm not giving a discount in 40,000 rupees. Okay, we are providing the discount in 35,000 rupees only. Okay, in 35,000 rupees only, like we are providing the discount. So if you want to go through for like both admin and development part on 35,000 rupees, we are offering a 15% discount. That discount will be 5,250 rupees and your course price will become just 29,750 rupees. Okay, so these prices are available only today. I'm mentioning you again and again, only today. So if you want to pay, if you want to enroll today, if you want to block these prices, just initiate your registration today. Okay, so that you can apply for the same prices. Okay, if you come up tomorrow, I cannot help you with the same price. Okay, again, it will be 20,000 rupees. Whenever someone pays the complete fee at once, that means if someone want to go for a complete Salesforce admin, okay, so if today that is the price is same 17,000 rupees. Okay, if tomorrow or day after tomorrow or after 3 days or after 5 days or on the batch starting day, any day if you want to pay the complete fee at once, again you'll be getting a discount. Don't worry about that. Okay, so you'll be getting a discount of 1,000 rupees, so that like your price will be 19,000 rupees. This offer is all time. So anytime if you pay, this offer applies when someone goes for the complete payment at once. Okay, and same development also applies. If someone want to go for like Salesforce admin and development, they'll be getting a 2,000 rupees. That will be 33,000 rupees their fees. Okay, so I said you after today, as there is a huge discount available 15% today, so you will be getting these prices. Okay, and from my team you can see, if you call today, you might speak with like one guy Anil, okay, or Divyaraj, or Sudha, or Varshita, or Prajakta, or me Karthik. Okay, so we are a team actually. Okay, no need to confuse anyone. Okay, we are a team of 6 people. Okay, so myself Karthik, I am the team lead here, and we have a team of 5 people here: Anil, Divyaraj, Varshita, Sudha, and Prajakta. Okay, so you no need to confuse anyone. So any if you call us, so my team will pick the call and they'll assist you. Like whatever the questions you have, you can ask us. Okay, so every time I'll be available from morning 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. We will be available for you. Okay, you can contact us anytime. Okay. Yes, if someone want to start your registration, as I have shared you the payment number in the chat box already, you can proceed with this. Okay, you can proceed with these payment details and you can make the payment and you can update us. Okay, today like we are facing some network issues on like these two calling numbers actually. So just WhatsApp us anytime. WhatsApp will be available for sure as the internet is available. So like in Bangalore, it is heavily raining here from last 2 days. Okay, so just WhatsApp us for fast replies. Just WhatsApp us. My team will call you back from the different number and they'll help you and they'll assist you on these things. Okay, you can just like WhatsApp us on these two numbers: 8105296858 and 6361638,108. Okay, so both numbers I have already shared in the chat box. You can check it out and you can get back to us. If you have any questions regarding the registration, anything else, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me, please. So if you miss to join this batch, the next batch will be after 3 months. The next batch will be after 3 months, because like we need to complete the current batch. So once after completion of current batch only, we'll start the next batch. Okay, so plan accordingly. So I hope like everyone is clear with the details. At least can I get yes in the chat box, so that I can understand like every detail is very clear for you.
Kartik, quick question. So I've registered. Did you say the classes start this Friday, yeah?
Registrations are already started from last week only. So you can complete your registration right away also, not a problem.
No, I've registered and paid. So the course Admin and Development, does it start this Friday? This coming
Correct.
Friday?
From 23rd evening 7:30 p.m. we'll be starting.
So I haven't missed anything.
So you asking for the development or both admin and development you're asking
No,
for?
I've signed up for both of them. I'm just wondering, did you say
Done.
the
Okay,
class
okay.
starts this Friday, yeah?
Yes, correct. True.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So any questions from any others? Yeah, I hope everyone is good with the details. I just got only 4 replies. Can I get more? Is every details is very clear for you? Thanks for Sri. So the payment is done. I have received. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for your payment. So still anyone, just let me know, please. Still anyone need assistance or any other things you require from my end or my team end, just let me know, so that like we can help you on that. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for your reply. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining today's session. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.